here's a diminished. Welcome to Kika Institute, everybody. Today's workshop, let's talk story. Basically, I was taking lessons from Mr. William Valdez and also his son Kurt Valdez. So Mr. William Valdez passed away and Kurt passed away. Angelo, Nando Swan and I, we performed at Mr. William Valdez's funeral. We did guitar music for him at the Hawaiian Memorial. Okay, so Mr. Valdez, when I was taking lessons from him for a while, he told me about this super locrian. And so we didn't get into what it was, the super locrian. So he just told me about it. So that night when we played for him, I walked up to his casket and I touched him on the hand and I said, Mr. William Valdez, thank you for teaching me everything. But I don't understand what the super locrian is. You know, I have a lot to learn. So, you know, years went by and then I started taking lessons from Tomo Fukui at the Metro Music Studios in Chinatown. Larry Fukunaga was the president of that, and Tomo taught for Larry Fukunaga, Tomo Fukui. Very intelligent man. What happened is they moved to Kaimuki, and I started taking lessons in Kaimuki, at the Metro Music Studios. And once again, Tomo Fukui passed away, my teacher. So what happened is I called Larry Fukunaga, and this was after I got back from the Guitar Institute of Technology. And I called Larry and I told Larry, oh, is there an opening? Now that Tomo passed away, and Larry said, yes, there's an opening. So I was sequestered in Tomo's room that he used to teach in, and as a result, I got a lot of his paperwork. I got a lot of his information that he was teaching. It was right there before me. So what I did is I took the time to study at the same time, and then I came across what is called the super locrian. So I didn't know what it was, but then right before me I had what a super locrian is. Let me share with you what it is. Okay, it comes from the diminished chord here. The diminished chord, least understood, but it's used. The diminished chord is used to connect the 1 to the 2, the 2 to the 3. For example, here's a 1. We're in the key of C. C is the 1, D minor is the 2, E minor is the 3, F is the 4, right? Watch. C major 7, C sharp diminished, D minor 7, D sharp diminished to the E minor. So it's used to connect the 1 to the 2 to the 2 to the 3. That's a diminished chord. Now the diminished chord, you call it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's the same chord moving up. So this chord here is the chord itself. Let me explain about the chord. The chord, this diminished chord, is a E, B flat, C sharp, and G. So this is called E diminished. By the same token, this is a B flat right here, so it's a B flat diminished. This one is a C sharp, is a C sharp diminished. This is a G, and this is a G diminished. In other words, it has 4 different names. As it moves up, you're using the same notes, but it's being permeated into different locations. Okay, so Angelo, basically, let's go with this one. Let's start off with this one right here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to need a close-up on this one. Okay, we'll go with this one first. Let's go with this one here on the 2nd fret. So we got an E, B flat, C sharp, and the G. Okay, watch this now. From this chord right here, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this note down. You see this B flat? I'm just going to move it down to the A like this, and it becomes a dominant 7. So it's a, and the A7 is in what key? D, right? So it goes. So it goes 2 5 2 5 to the D. Now in the key of D, what's the 7th degree? C sharp minor. Remember the locrian? The first degree is Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. Okay, so remember the lesson that we worked on. The Locrian is the 5 chord. The G9, B minus 7 is the root inversion for G9. In other words, they're the same chord. So for the A7 here, I got this diminished. And then you move this chord, this note down once, it becomes an A7, and it goes to the D. A7, back to the D. And then what is the locrian in the key of D? What's the 7th degree? C sharp, right? So you play the D here, and then you come up to the C sharp. Okay, that's the first one that I got. Okay, the next one that I discovered just by moving that one note. Let's go here to this one. Same chord design. E flat diminished, E diminished. Now I move this up here. I moved this up to the 5th fret, and now I have a G, D flat, E, and B. Remember? So G is a G diminished, a D flat diminished, E diminished, and B flat diminished. The same thing. Over here is a E diminished, B flat diminished, C sharp, which is D flat, and a G. It's the same notes. Okay, so let's go with this one here. Remember, we moved this one down, it became an A7. This note here. Okay, let's try moving this one back. All you gotta do. So I go like this. I move this back. And what chord is that? It's the E flat 7. So that's a 5 of A flat. So in the key of A flat, what's the 7th degree? Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian. So in the key of A flat, the 7th degree is G, right? G locrian. Okay, so the next one is so this is a G. This same E diminished. I moved this down. That became an E flat 7. This note here. I moved this down. It became a what? A7, right? Okay, let's move this one down. So this is a C sharp. Let's move that down to the C, and that becomes a C7. Then C7 is a 5 of what? F, right? Okay, in key of F, what's a Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian? What's the 7th degree? B minus 7 flat 5. So here's a and into the F. So the E minus 7 flat 5. You want to go up to the high E. So you come up to this inversion. Play the F locrian against that. Okay, so now we move this one down. We got this note, we got an E flat 7. We move this down, we got an A7. See this note here? We move this down, we got a C7. Now this note is a G. What happens when we move the G down? Watch. So I'll move it down. It's an F sharp 7. Now F sharp 7 is a 5 of what? B, right? So 5, 7. Okay, so now I got the 2. C sharp minus 7, 2, 5. and back to the 1. So in the key of B, what's a locrian? Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. The 7th degree of B is what? A sharp minus 7, A sharp, right? So here's an A sharp, Locrian. Watch. Then go to the F sharp. B. The A sharp. The A sharp. B. See the A sharp? Oh, E sharp Locrian. Okay, so what I discovered here is, thank God, Mr. Valdez told me about this, and I got, when I told Mr. Valdez he was in a casket, I said, you know, I learned only so much, and lo and behold, Tumbo Fukui gave me this information. So in other words, this E flat major 7, move this one finger down, becomes E flat 7. Okay, and that's in the key of A flat, so you play the G Locrian. It's E flat, same E flat major 7, you move this third finger down, it becomes an A7. Okay, that's a key of D, you play a C sharp Locrian. Same E diminished. Okay, this time we're going to bring this second finger back, becomes a C7. That's key of F, you play the E Locrian. Finally, same diminish, E diminished. You move this first finger, a baby finger down, becomes an F sharp 7. F sharp 7 is a 5 of what? B, right? So, what Locrian do you play? What's the 7th degree of B? A sharp. And there you have it. It's called a super Locrian. This chord, this diminished chord here has 4 names. This is a E, this is a B flat, this is a C sharp, or D flat, this is a G. So in other words, this is a E diminished, this is a B flat diminished, this is a C sharp diminished, or D flat diminished, this is a G diminished. When you move it up, likewise. It's the same note. It's an anomaly here on the island. The diminished chord. It's one of the least understood chords, but at least you know now the super Locrian has different possibilities. Like when you're doing introduction, you know, when you're backing up and things like that. Okay, and I'd like to thank you all for all of the calls that we have in the emails. I'd just like to talk story right now. I'd like to. One person wants to know why I'm bald. How come I don't have my hair? Well, to be honest with you, I'll share my secret. Our group is called Nihoa, with Andre Puckert and Pooch Galvic. Basically, Pooch is related to Johnny Coco and Jerome Coco. In other words, the Makaha Sons, the great Makaha Sons. So we did a performance for them at their CD party, and my hair was all white. It was 70% white and then some black. So I wanted to look young. So what I did is I cut my hair bald. So I surprised Pucks Nihoa, Andre Puckert, and Pooch that day, because when I arrived there, I arrived there bald because I wanted to look younger. And as a result, I've been bald ever since. So that's to answer the question of the gentleman. I appreciate him sharing that. Another one is Po Imolelo about Johnny Coco. I'd like to do a memorial on him. Johnny came to pick Pooch, Kiave, Kunani, and Dali'i, and myself up from our Wailai apartment. One thing I remember about Johnny is we weren't holo holo, we were driving. Johnny was driving. And then we went up to the blowhole side, and I said I wanted to go get out. You know what Johnny told me? He said, "Be careful." He was concerned about my well-being going out. Johnny is a very caring person. And at one time, I was driving with Pooch, just Pooch and I, Kiavi. And he's friends with Johnny. He's been good friends with Johnny. They went to school together. Pooch is from Nanakuli. You know what I mean? And So the family, their family is from Maili, and so one day I was driving with Poots. I'm driving, right, and then Poots gets a call. It's Johnny. Johnny tells Poots, when I give you a dinner, at the gig, don't give it away to somebody else. It's for you. You enjoy the dinner. So Poots was explaining, oh yeah, but I felt that I wanted to share it with other people. So then that told me that Johnny is really concerned about Poots. He's giving Poots his dinner. Well, at the gig, because at the gig we get free food. So that taught me a lot. Now Johnny, I went over to his house one time, and Johnny, something interesting. He looked at my size, right? He said, "You want something to drink?" I said, "Yeah." He comes out with 2 cans of pop instead of 1. Normally people would bring out 1 can, but he brings out 2. And so that made me think, oh, see, he's with Brother Is, and Brother is a very a nice, enormous man of large stature. So that made me think, oh, use common sense. If the guy's big, he wants to drink plenty instead of 1. So I learned a lot from Johnny, and he had a good sense of humor too. I really like his upright bass playing. Po'e mo lelo. Po'e means real good story. And what I'm telling you is true. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart. Because of the callers and the emails that come in, I'm going to share with them the knowledge and the wisdom. I want to be truthful and honest so they know, so they can apply it to themselves. So with that said, I like to say, e ko mako, makua I loko o kalani, e huanu ya ko inoa, e hiki mai ko apuni, e malama ya ko make makahonua ne, like me ya, I malama ya makalani la, e haave mai, ia mako, I ke ia la I aina, mako none ea la, e kala mai, hoi ia mako, I ka mako, lawe hala ana, me mako e kala nei I ka poe, lawe hala I ka mako, mai ho'o ku oi, ya mako I ka ho'o vali ya mai, a ka e ho'o pakele no nae, ya mako I ka ino, no ka mea, no ke au puni, a me ka mana, a me ka ho'o nani, ka puli a ka haku, in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen and amen. I'd like to thank Kumu Crozier from the Kamehameha School. I learned my Hawaiian from her, Kumu Crozier, from the Kamehameha School's educational department. Mahalo nui, Kumu Crozier. Okay, with that said, ho'olohi, ho'oko, holumua.